So at this point, I am getting registered. They do lab work, they take a urine sample, and then they send me for a ultrasound. The ultrasound tech told me absolutely nothing because they're not allowed to tell you anything. They'll just give it to the doctors for them to read, but they told me nothing. And even when she did my ultrasound, there was blood. It was blood everywhere. It was clots. It was like my period hit Kim 1. So I was texting and calling Asmodeus like it's an emergency. If I am miscarrying right now in this hospital, the very least you could do is be here and pat my hand. I'm still a human being, don't forget that. We're still in a relationship together. Like all the times that I was still consistent, honest, loyal, giving, supportive, when he was being an asshole towards me, it was because 1, he's still a human, 2, the man goes through shit like every other human being, and 3, I'm still your girl, so it's my job to make sure that you're okay. You should be here at the hospital right now, for me, because this is bad. He did not answer or respond to any of my text messages at all. He had blocked me, and I didn't even know it yet. So I thought his phone was dead. Finally, I called him from a blocked number and realized that man blocked me. 48 hours after I told him I was pregnant, that man blocked me. 48 hours ago, he was sitting at my dining room table eating my food. A week ago, he needed gas money that I sent to him through Zelle. The week before that, I was shaving that man's head for him and steaming his head and pulling out ingrown hairs from his face. A month before that, I was giving this man a pedicure, clipping his toenails, filing them down and massaging his feet. And you block my number just like that in 48 hours? About an hour or 2 later, a doctor comes up to me and he says, your baby is fine and has a heartbeat. You are 6 weeks along, but you do have a UTI. So they got me on antibiotics, took my first dose there, and I followed it with my GYN the week following that. And once I found out the baby had a heartbeat, I knew that that was it. I never even entertained the conversation that with this current pregnancy, I was going to terminate my baby. Never. I never did. But once I found out that the baby had a heartbeat, I knew I wasn't giving him up. I knew I wasn't giving my baby up. Once I found out the baby had a heartbeat, I wasn't. My baby wasn't going anywhere. Following that, a day or so later, Asmodeus was blowing up my phone. Back to back to back, just calling. And I'm looking at my phone and I'm just watching it ring. And he's calling me on my Android and on the iPhone. And I'm just looking at them like, I don't want to talk. There's so much going on right now, I don't want to talk. I'm good, I will call him back later. I'm laying in bed and he just walks into my bedroom. Because again, he had a key to my apartment. So he walks in and he was just like, so you're not going to answer my phone calls? And I was just like, you know what, honey? Like, normally I have all the fight in the world, but I don't have it today. I'm tired. Like, I'm physically tired, I'm emotionally tired, I'm psychologically exhausted. There's so much going on. At that moment, I had accepted my reality for what it was, and I became very nonchalant because I didn't care about anything anymore. It was over. I'm like, it is what it is. It's over. Like, whatever. Like, I knew it was over. He started pacing back and forth in my room like a toddler losing his fucking mind. He was pacing back and forth. And I was checking the balance on one of my debit cards. And this particular card is my child support card that I have for my youngest son, Joshua. And I was calling it just because I'm at home, I'm minding my own business, I'm doing my own thing, I'm in my own safe space. So I'm calling the card and he comes up to me and he comes up next to me and he starts plucking the card with his finger. And he was just like, you want more of this? This is what you want? And I'm sitting here like, I never said I was putting you on child support. I am literally only 6 weeks pregnant. Why are you all right, honey. I was just like, I said, I think you should go home. I think you need to go home. I was like, you're making a scene and you're screaming and yelling in my house, in my room, and my children are in your presence, literally across the hall with their bedroom door open. Honey, you need to head on out. So he started ranting and raving, and he was just like, I don't understand why you don't just go take the pill. And I was just like, you can't take the pill when the baby has a heartbeat. The baby has a heartbeat now. And he was just like, it's just a pill though. And I'm like, it's not going to work, number one. Number two, again, the baby has a heartbeat. So he says to me, you're a liar. You lied to me. You told me that if you got pregnant, you would go to the chop shop. And I said, that was a hypothetical question, and I've never been to the chop shop in my life. I've never even picked anybody up or dropped anybody off at the chop shop before. I'm scared. I am genuinely afraid to go to the chop shop. There's something moral about me as a human being, me as who I am, me as Constance McNair, where knowing that this pill would end the life of something that's inside of you, that your body is protecting and nurturing, I'm sorry. I'm not strong enough for that. I'm not cut out like that. I'm not strong enough to do that. I couldn't live with it. The guilt would tear me apart. The what ifs, the future, all of that would make me mad. And who would be the only person that would have to deal with that grief? Just me. Not you, just me. Again, he also did not offer a nickel. Didn't offer a nickel. So once I told him that the baby had a heartbeat and it was too late to terminate the pregnancy with the pill, he casually began trying to talk me through the traditional termination of a pregnancy. He said, so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna hold your hand and they're gonna stick a vacuum up at that moment. I can't tell you what he said after that because I completely zoned out. Because I could not believe this man is really sitting here casually talking me through the termination of a pregnancy like it's not a big deal. Who are you? Who the hell is this person? So I stopped listening. I was just like, I don't even remember what I said after that because I just totally stopped listening. I'm just like, you're so inhumane. You have you were so out of touch. You're still here ranting and raving and having an adult temper tantrum in my house in front of me about something that's going on in my body. But you haven't even offered me anything close to a solution that's not fucking self-serving. And still, the only thing that you plan on offering me is holding my hand for this procedure that I'm going to go spend hundreds of dollars on? And then he said to me, did you ever even love me? Because people that love you don't lie to you. And I'm like, again, how exactly did I lie to you? Because you said that you would go to the chop shop if you ever got pregnant. I was like, well, people change their minds. I never thought I was going to be in a position where I would actually get pregnant. And especially not right now. Even though I know sex leads to babies, I took the plan B. I did my part. Did you expect, you should have thought about that. You should have thought about that. If you want to sit up here and drop your seedlings in every damn garden, you need to make sure that you have money for an exterminator because you didn't offer me a damn dime. It wasn't even about the money though.